Hey, good morning. Welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Was an early morning when we got up and we looked out the window, and that's the day that faces us today, I think. Blue skies, but on the other side of a lot of cloud. So this is what we see from our breakfast bar, and very happy to do it. Well, yesterday we were thinking of going out, and if you see that far range of mountains, they were completely occluded in a huge blanket of grey. So we ended up not going out. So back here we're sort of getting settled in. Yes, but not really. We're not into a routine. We're still too tied into our going down for food. We go down to eat dinner with Nanai. You can see that this is not it's not a high-tech kitchen. It's very nice compared to the kitchen that we didn't have before. Okay, so we did go out yesterday finally, and we bought a lot of veggies, carrots. From the way that the lady looked at me when I said I want 3 kilos of carrots, people don't normally buy 3 kilos of carrots, but we did. As you can see, we're kind of half settled in, but of course we're using dishes that have still got the price tag on them. But isn't that the way? Look, all of our stuff still has its price tag on it. Sign of a new kitchen. And here's our view out the kitchen window. And there we are. Right over there we can see Lena's house. We can see our little porch, which is still being used as a workshop. But we are actually planning and have started building a workshop. So I'm just going to take you, show you the house first. We're kind of settled in. We were going to have, this was planned to be a window with a serving hatch here, look, which you can see we couldn't get the right, what you spoiled people with Home Depot and such, what you have, but we don't have that. So we had to improvise from a dog. That was a dog leash. But we're not going to, really won't be using that now, because we decided that it was too nice to have this as a way of, if I'm in the kitchen or Beth's in the kitchen and she wants to come, she can come in, or I can come and talk to her without doing anything, without getting down and peering through the serving hatch as I'm doing now. So we got the basics, I think. We got some here, nothing elaborate. I got these with this special, a different handle, so that it doesn't get mixed up with all of it Nanai's stuff. We have a kitchen knife. Oh boy, this is what I call a psycho knife. If you saw the film Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock, and Janet Leigh was on the receiving end of this, and I'll never forget that, as many other people, that image of the knife and that screaming noise. Don't know how they put that screaming noise in, I'll never know. But they're going ree, 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 ree. And poor old Janet Leigh was so, apparently, true story, Janet Leigh was so traumatized by that whole scene and how realistic it turned out, with blood being thrown into the bathtub to simulate her blood as the character in the movie, and the knife going up and down, and that weird dressed woman that they must have had playing the part. that she never took a shower again in her life. She was taking a shower in the movie. She never took another shower in her life. There's a thought. So we have our little knickknacks. We're in that strange situation of we don't have many knickknacks. Isn't that incredible? So we are orderly, and because everything is so down to the bone and organized and placed away, we're able to keep it orderly. I'm going to get to and chop up the there's a mattress that is really seen the best of days. In the middle it's all caved in, you feel like you're sleeping in a hammock. So we're going to chop that up, chop the ends off and make 2 more of these for going around the edges. So that will be a nice thing. So I got the materials and we'll be doing that. So there's our serving hatch, all closed. Look at that, I had the paint specially mixed up, and I must not have, I touched in the top, and you can see there that the colour is quite different. I think that they do it by eye, and they do a very, very good job actually, because that green is the green that is throughout the house. You can see that, and it's everywhere. If you look all around on the top, and then have learned a really good lesson that colour, wherever you put colour, it's influenced and affected by the colour that's around it. So you know, if you put a green among greens, it will be a certain kind of green, but if you put green among other colours like this, now you can see that this is contrasted with white and with our, I don't know what colour you would call that, still don't know. Colour that I really like actually is this, which is a kind of a peach. And there's that simple door handle that I put. I didn't want to make a really obvious big handle because it's in a narrow hallway, so put this simple handle on, and we just have a magnetic catch in there. So haven't really got to keeping my desk as it will be, all of this underneath. I had that little platform put in with the intention that I will use some kind of, probably plastic boxes, but they're very expensive, so haven't done anything on that yet. There's my little sound system, and I have a DVD player here, which I'd had every intention of watching a few movies on, but don't have a time. Here I've got my bag. They must know that I'm making a video, so that's when they make their noise. But anyway, we decided that this will be good, because if we use this, we can sit opposite each other. I work on thing. When we lived in Basak on Cebu, when I used to go out early morning, I would go out and follow children out to the main road through the ghetto. We lived in the ghetto back then. It was not a stylish area, and I'd always see the young kids, especially the girls, would go and their hair would be soaking wet. Filipinos do not dry their hair afterwards. Well, my Filipino doesn't, and all the Filipino kids that I ever saw, they all have their hair soaking wet. So as you can see, we really have gotten rid of all of the clutter that was here, but got rid of the clutter, but we've obviously had to put it somewhere, and that somewhere is out there. So we're still in a mess here. We are a little bit cleaned up, but we are still in a mess out here, and everything is covered up. we've still got some of those very expensive tiles. I wonder if they take them back sometime. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have them as spare in case of some damage. So there we are. This is actually our office, but of course, as you know, everything is in abeyance, is being held right now because of the pandemic. So back to our kitchen, and we are happy to have it. We got a few luxuries, haven't even used these. Got a few basic pots and pans. We've got a rice cooker. God, can you imagine? Can you imagine a Filipino house without a rice cooker? I can't. And we got this little luxury here, which is a sandwich maker, which I've used this morning and still haven't cleaned. And I'm looking here now and I can still see a few ants. So wiping it down with a sanitizer has not really worked. But I have to clean that before we go out. Okay, well, I hear my wife and her dulcet tones. I will save you from that by tuning out. Okay, I have used my love seat. My love seat is wonderful. I can come in here and sit back and see everything that's going on. And if I need to charge my phone, it's right in the back here. Can you see it? We're going to get think in reverse. Yes, there it is. I've got a plug there, and I have my little fancy coffee stand or tea. Actually, I'm drinking tea at the moment. Much better than coffee. And Beth, honey, why are you screaming for somebody?
No, I said that I'll click if she'd want to go. She said, no! No!
Honey, would you be offended if I made the observation that you are a little bit AOA?
Come on, let's go. It's gonna be end of the day now and we didn't do anything.
What is the time, by the way?
1 o'clock.
It's not 1 o'clock. Get
It's
out
1
of it.
o'clock.
When you ask a Filipina what the time is, they work out the time that they think will gel you into action, and they tell you that's the time. It's 5 to 12.
Okay.
Actually, to be perfectly accurate, it's like 3 minutes to 12. Okay? Where do you get 1 o'clock?
I advance it.
You advance it. Huh? Well, there we are.
Come on, darling.
Okay. We're going. I'll leave you with the same view as you saw at the beginning. And we're just about to go out. A little bit cautious about going out because before, when we got up this morning, very early morning, a most torrential rain fell. And was likely to have made something of a mud bath of the trip down to the road. We'll hope that it's not too bad. We got a flat tire on the blue truck again. I don't know what it is about. Maybe those wheels are the rim is slightly out. Not even sure if that's a tubeless tire or not even. But we take it down and we pay as if for a flat tire, and they do something with it. Saves me taking it off. I managed to pump it off enough to be able to get down to the tire place. And that's it. Okay. Thanks for listening. Thanks for looking. Bye for now.